this, after the beginning of humanity, we created. After this, this is the the history books, the Notch history books, or I like to say the Notch Bible. It's and right now humans just getting a bit comfortable with no fear after that Godzilla attack, until there's this weird grid that no one has realized, and that caused people to be more to create alliances and more. And this one's also playing alliance with Chewie. Who's Chewie? Who's Chewie? This guy. How Kingdom Free. Aye. And they actually need to start doing it. Cause now, and that people need to start moving. Because, and later on, they need to move away. Because a disaster is coming in. The crab bombs were set in front of humans' freeze own eyes. This was a hard thing to watch, and he's not the only one. Meanwhile, in Human 1, a lot of his, they were just having a relaxing stay until they got teleported, and they never get to see and their entire bloodlines was destroyed. They won't see what happened to it, but it disappeared. They're not the only ones too, because luckily because the other people apparently got special privileges to live. And they later on, the entire thing sank, leaving and no, they actually didn't sink. It did something weird. It created what's left of the era created this weird and mystic thing. People do not understand it, but now they should be now, because I flood there. So other people, where some people want to go here, some stayed. And they were known as the non-believers. The non-believers were still thinking that there's probably land here. And they pretty sure that, and they believe that there's nothing, and there's nothing, that land will grow back, and it did. But these are for non-believers. The non-believers means that they cannot see that pretty lady in the heavens. They're bound to be stuck in this giant continent known as the non-believers. Well, that's happening. The believers, half of a bunch of believers lose faith. And ironically, they're not immortal. They are from the Ball C. The first special. They're from the breeding grounds, and they were. They weren't welcomed, but what do they have? They're kind of desperate now. They realize that they cannot really do anything anymore, and that they are pretty useless. so they just accept them, and which is true, because they won't regret, because they have, how do I, they have the power of, got the power of the specials, and they help grow human to, and yeah. Meanwhile, in the paradise, a lot of people have, a lot of people have left to join the evil belief, the giant humans, not humanity, just humans, and that when they find, and when they later on found out about the gateway, they try to get into it, but here's the bigger upper: when they try to, they just can't, and that later on, molten lava swallow it up and instantly remove any trace of what it's been. And they one thing at second test to see who really wants to live in paradise by destroying the small islands to see who would they join. And luckily, pretty much all of them, most of them joined. Some became non-believers and left their beautiful area. And later, and would be bound into this. What is happening? They need to make babies, and they still need to. So instead of in a nice paradise area, they put them in a pretty cold area. Because they were in the freezing section. And the freezing section means I don't know what that means, but you know. It means something. Anyways, they still got a shoot of people, an alliance for human 2. It broke to be part of the, so they don't, because they can be united, like I said, and then now they cannot join the Great Paradise Scene Pretty Lady. She's not there. They didn't accept the wrath. They didn't believe in themselves, and that's so they're found. But again, I don't blame them, seeing what's happening right now. Yeah. They're pretty much bound. Meanwhile, humans need food, and they cannot grow crops in the cold area, so it's a very hard time for them. The only thing they can do right now is to hope that there's some weird food. And they finally realized that there could be crops, and they found but then there's something odd happened, and we'll learn this later.